Hello, it's Joe Valek. I'm still at Crofter's Rights, and I am now joined by an absolute legend in the game. It is the one and only Zed Bias. Hello.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm super. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Have a good journey down tonight?
Yep, it was calm. I had Max, old boy, riding shotgun, keeping the conversation fresh all the way down.
That's what we like to hear.
Two geeks driving down to Bristol.
I thought you said two gigs. Two geeks, yeah.
Two geeks,
I bet you,
yeah.
Did your music nerd out on the way, did you?
Yeah, we nerded out a little bit.
That's what you got to do. I want to start off with a little gift for you, Zed, if that's all right, tonight. So, we've got this for you. Have a look, then show the camera what we got.
Yeah, we got it. I might have to put the old specs on for this one.
Absolutely, no problem. I need to start wearing mine, to be honest.
Is this one of yours?
No, this isn't mine. This is Jumpstart Music, which is a soul, funk, jazz compilation by Ginger Tony from 2010, Soul Unsigned Records.
I know a few of these.
Yeah, that's good. Because I had a listen, I was like, these are sick, and I hope that Soul Master Zed Bias will like them. It is for you.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Or as my mate Shuya Aquino would say, arigato.
Arigato. Exactly.
Sick, I listened to it on the motor on the way.
Big love. Well, I know you love soul music a lot, and you always let it be an influence to you in your early days. In fact, some of your peers used to like scorn you for that. But do you think that having different influences helped you stand out?
100%, yeah. I suppose the early productions, I was looking more towards rare groove, funk, jazz. That's what Maddslinky came out of as well. But with Neighbourhood being like the biggest, most recognisable thing I've done, there was always a leaning towards reggae as well. That kind of led on to little bits of dubstep, jungle. I mean, I've took a few twists and turns over the years. Yeah.
What you got to do? Keep them guessing, right?
Well, yeah, I think mainly try and keep it, the whole process, least like a job as possible. And then you don't feel like you go to work. Do you know what I mean? Just literally wake up. How do I feel? Oh, I feel like making some chords today. All right, it's going to turn out quite soulful. But it's finding a vehicle for that feeling. You know what I mean? You can get soulful garage, you can have soulful house. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
It's like, yeah, however you're feeling on the day.
Wisdom. Thank you. Now, why is Momo's Hostel important to you?
Momo's, you've done your homework, mate, haven't you? Have you ever been there?
Been to Tel Aviv, yeah, not to Momo's.
So I went back there. The last time I went to Tel Aviv, I actually went and stood outside Momo's, and it was a bit emotional. I probably spent 2 months like living, if you can call it living there. It was like a hostel, working hostel.
Yeah.
So every morning people would pick you up, take you to a building site or an apartment, and you'd work for the day for very little shekels.
And you need a lot of shekels there.
You need a lot of shekels now. Back then you could survive on 20 shekels a day.
Really?
Which was about £2.
Can't survive on less than like 100 when I was there. It's like go to shop, buy an apple, and it's like 80 shekels. It's mental.
Mental, yeah. But I mean, yeah, literally 20 shekels. It was 11 shekels for a laffa bread with kebab in it, yeah?
Nice.
Yeah. And then you'd have enough for like a little bottle of Hebron wine after. 5 shekels.
Those are the days.
Yeah.
Maybe. But they inspired you, right, to do music?
Yeah, I was young. Do you know what I mean? I was 18 when I first went there. And I've been a few times as a DJ, and had a great time. Yeah, I do like it out there.
Well, big up Momo's Hostel. Big up Momo's.
No, I dare say Momo's well gone now. I mean, he was an old man then.
Oh, really?
So big up wherever you are. So, do you know what I mean?
Big love. Now, a quote from you here now. You've got to be ahead of the curve if you want to be important in a genre. Can you expand on what you mean by that?
I think it's just about the way you're thinking rather than looking at what everybody else is doing, trying to find a space where you're being original or you're putting an original slant on a sound. In that way, you've got a bit of a head start, being ahead of, you know, what's going on now. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, if it takes on, it might not, but you've got to be in it to win it. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. So yeah, if you want it, I suppose now being the way it is with so many people making music all the time, and however many million tracks hitting Spotify every year. Being original's a massive part of it. So that's really what I mean. Clever way of saying be original.
Listen up, kids. He said it, not me. Be original, do your own thing, right?
Or try.
Or at least try, yeah, that's right. Freddy Fresh Plates in Hackney. What does that place mean to you?
JTS, Jar Tubby Studio. So that was my hangout to get dub plates cut for a few years, yeah, back in the day. Big up Freddy Fresh Plate.
Wherever he may be these days.
I believe he's dabbles still. Yeah, he's about. I saw him a few years ago out and about. Lovely to see him. Yeah, big up if you get to see this, mate.
Lovely stuff. I think I've now got another gift for you, Zed Bias. Here's one for you. Have a look. If you need the glasses again, take your time. Have a look. Show the camera what we got.
I do like all these gifts. Are you going to ask for these back?
No, not at all. Shout out Resolution Records in Bath, by the way, where I got these from.
Yeah, shout out Resolution.
So what we got here...
Okay. Let's stop at Rest of Soul straight away, featuring Nathan Haynes. So Rest of Soul, that's Aaron and Uncle Phil Asher.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even get it for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, that's, frankly, one of the best to ever do it. House music.
Inspiring.
Yeah, he took me under his wing for a little bit, as long as he could stand it, and showed me how to make house music properly with an MPC. Yeah, we're going back to 2007, 2008. Yeah. God rest his soul, he's passed away now.
Oh, has he? Rest in peace, Phil. But draw your attention to the name. It's Chili Funk Records, and it's called Hot Sauce. And the reason I bought you this is because I need to know more about Screaming Chimp and Uncle Zed's Biosonic Burgers.
Okay, so Screaming Chimp is a company owned by my friend Neil. I used to play rugby with him, used to go to school with him. You know, we go back to when I was about 14. And he owns a successful chili sauce company now.
Yeah.
He's up to about 200,000 bottles, I think, now.
Wow.
And, yeah, he's done well. So I went to him with a daft idea, and then he makes it reality, you know. Can I have 100 bottles of my own recipe sauce? He's like, yeah. Knocks it up in his, you know, factory-like kitchen, but it's his kitchen.
Yeah.
Grows all the chilies. And yeah, he's really good at it. Him and his missus, amazing what they do.
Was it good? Good sauce?
If you haven't tried it, the Chipotle Screaming Chimp sauce, you can get it all mail order, screamingchimp.com, I think. Yeah.
And is there any of Uncle Zed's hot sauce left?
No, I'm going to get some more though.
Okay, well, you heard it here first, people. You heard it here first.
It's going to be at the end of the year, I think, 25-year sauce. I did the last one was Carnival sauce a couple of years ago. I gave away 80 bottles at Notting Hill. And a lot of thumbs up, a lot of emojis coming off the back of it.
That's what we like to hear. Now, another quote from you, Zed. You've always been about the music and not the hype, and so much to the point you actually turned down working with Khalees to do sessions with Juice Man and Mickey Prince. Sorry. Why is leaving a legacy more important than fame?
It was back then. I don't know. I suppose it really mattered. I was really proud that I would come out of a bedroom and, you know, I don't know, just I taught myself. I'd never read a manual, asked bits of advice of a few friends, but mostly got there on my own. And I don't know, maybe I'm not as hardcore these days. I don't mind a bit of hype, actually. Do you know what I mean? Be honest with you, do you know what I mean? There's enough room. I've done the staunch thing, done the super underground thing, had moderate success with Neighbourhood. That kind of pushed me into other areas and blah, 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 blah. You know, I've kind of been around the block, and now I feel like I can just pretty much just do, again, whatever I feel like doing in the morning. But if an email comes in of somebody who's having amazing success saying, do you want to make a record? If I like what they do, or if I think I can add value to what they're doing, I'm all over it. So
Why not? Play
it's
to all
still
the
what I
crowd.
do. It's still very much what I do. Work a lot of hours every week in the studio. Make loads of dub plates. Produce for people. Remix still for majors and for friends. Every now and then I'll hear something. I'll ring up the person who's done it. Can I remix that? It's good. I'm just literally just still flying by the seat of my pants. Age 50. Loving life.
Nothing wrong with that, I say.
I didn't say it was, mate. Come on.
That's true.
Many words said in jest.
Well, in the same vein, you've been through a couple eras of music, of distribution of music, like vinyl, CD, and now streaming. Which would you say is your favourite era of distribution, and why?
Oh, vinyl was probably the best way to make some money, quick.
Yeah.
But then there's a whole, there's other headaches that go along with vinyl, like many obstacles, because it goes through many stages from mastering to the shop, and yeah. Still now, I mean, it's not an easy process, but it's very gratifying. I still make vinyl on my label. If I had to go for it, like from the start, yeah, probably vinyl. Gotta say, there's something very romantic about picking up a vinyl. Yeah. I did my first vinyl set last year for it's got to be 20 years, something like that. I completely since 2002, so it would have been 21 years, and that was out in ADE. In a shop full of vinyl heads, unforgiving vinyl heads, and rotary faders.
It's serious business, isn't it?
It's serious business. I ended up borrowing my friend's, a really good friend of mine, DJ Cream in Amsterdam, who's got a really great record collection. But all of the early breaks, garage, a lot of really great garage, and white labels that didn't necessarily, set the charts a lot. So it was just nice to play a few of them again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of distribution, can you talk about Ammunition?
Ammunition, yeah. Ammunition was kind of the precursor and the umbrella company of a lot of the early, I suppose, I won't say early anything. It was like a break-off splinter group off of the garage scene. So commercial went that way, and everything else went on to Ammunition.
Yeah.
And Bingo Beats, was Oris J's label, Texture, Temper. Some classic labels, you know what I mean? Everyone from Horsepower, LB, myself was in Oris J, Hatcher. It was the backbone of what then became dubstep, I suppose.
Did you run it? Did you run Ammunition?
No, I didn't run it. My girlfriend started it with Sarah, and it was Sarah and Neil Joliffe. But I used to go and stick my head in. I had two labels in Ammunition being looked after, Sidewinder and Sidestepper. So it's exciting times, you know what I mean? And I also recorded for the other labels, like Bingo Beats. I did Bingo Beats Volume 1. I mixed that, and had Voicemail. I think that was one of my singles on there. And then Soldier number 1, Daluk, and also under Quest. So I had a few on Soldier. It was really interesting times, and it was no rules. You know what I mean? Musically,
It's way different than it is today, would you say?
yeah, it was like a patchwork of sounds. There was lots of different styles. You had a very swingy dubby sound with Horsepower, for example, and then you had like a really jagged kind of electro-y sound with Oris J. I was at that time sort of dipping my toe in break step, I suppose, whatever you want to call it, breaks actual. But it was less swung at that time, where the year or two before that, all of my stuff was 16 triplet, so super swinging. So it was experimental for me. Around that time, I started Maddslinky as well, and that got signed to more like your West London music labels. Kind of Phil Asher was part of that sound, the West London sound. Bugs in the Attic. IG Culture, people like Kylie Tatum, and getting kind of lured away from the garage world and into that world at that time.
Thank God for ammunition, I say. Now, final question for you. I'm conscious of your time as well, so you've got to play very soon. How has lecturing and teaching others music helped keep you inspired?
I've met some great people and kept in touch with them over the years. Yeah, both, other lecturers that I've met, because I went around the world with Red Bull Music Academy teaching and setting up studios and workshops and whatever. I've met some amazing people, but some of the students then became huge in their own right, and big jobbing musicians and big producers, and yeah.
What a feeling.
I've been very, very lucky to have had such a colourful journey up to now. Yeah.
And now you're here with Joe Valek in Crofter's Rights in Bristol.
This is all part of it, bruv.
Full circle for everyone, I say, especially me. So I'm going to let you get off. Before I do,
Thanks for the CDs.
anything you need to get off your chest?
No, if you've not made it down tonight, you're missing a good one. It's rammed in there.
It is already.
Yeah, it's going to be a sweaty one.
Big love, Zed.
Big ups, man.